Let's talk about the actual result and what it means for Mansfield Town. It's 1 point against one of your main playoff rivals. That enough from the game in Mansfield's position?
Yeah, I think, you know, like I say, it could be a good point, but we know we've got to start picking up 3 points sooner rather than later. We've got a lot of tough games coming up, especially at home. You know, we're playing a lot of teams who are around us. You know, your Wimbledons and your Yorks and your Rushtons and your Ketterings, and you know, they're all massive games. And if we can take points, you know, off teams like that, then you know it makes it really tight, and it's whoever holds the nerve in the end.
How are the nerves in the Mansfield Town squad?
Yeah, fine. We know what the task is, and we'll be doing all we can to do it.
That task continues, doesn't start, it continues this Saturday against Salisbury. First of all, what are your impressions of them? They're a side who, shall we say, are looking like they're going to be safe at where they are, but they're not going to be pushing near the top of the table. So it's an interesting challenge, I imagine, come Saturday.
That's right, yeah, they'll be coming here. Like I say, I think they're a decent side. You know, you've got to give them respect. I think they've brought a few new players in of late, I think, what I can gather. And, you know, we played them early on in the season. They weren't bad again. They were organised, strong, and they gave us a good game down there. And it'll be no different this Saturday. They'll be coming here and they'll probably have a game plan, and we've just got to be ready for that.
David Holsworth, your manager, has indicated that he feels they'll set up in a 5-3-2 formation. What sort of challenges do you think, you know, from your point of view, will that give you? Obviously, there's quite a few at the back, so to get people in the box is an imperative, isn't it, on Saturday?
That's right. Yeah, obviously that, you know, they'll have a game plan, like I've said, and you know, it'll be to stop us, because at the end of the day, they'll probably see a draw as a good result for them. Like I say, we'll be going out there to win the game, and if they do play 5 at the back, that's something, you know, we've got to break down. And you know, it could take till the 89th, 88th minute. We've probably just got to be patient, and but we've just got to keep asking questions of them, and I'm sure if we are patient, it will happen.
Is that the danger now for Mansfield Town? Because sides will arrive at Field Mill, there's 8 games left there for you this season, and will arrive at Field Mill, they will know that Mansfield need 3 points because they're gunning for a playoff spot, and the temptation might be just to sit back and frustrate Mansfield. That's something that you could come up in the next few months, isn't it? Yeah,
that's right. You know, teams could come here and you know, have that mentality, but you know, we've got to get used to that. There's nothing we can do about that. It's just something we've got to deal with, and if teams are going to come, you know, and try to show up shop, then that's fine. You know, you have to take the positives out of it. Then if they're going to sit deep, hopefully we'll have a lot of attacks, and eventually it will break down for us, and something will fall for us as long as we keep asking questions of them.
Now we keep looking at the fixtures against Luton Town, Oxford, Rushton, you know, as big games for this football club. Games against Salisbury, with the greatest respect to them, they're a must-win. Simply as.
Definitely, I think, you know, like I say, I think 3 points is a must on Saturday. You know, that's fact, and we're going out there and give it us all to take 3 points from them. But like I say, we've just got to be organised, and like I say, as I mentioned before, be patient. And if things aren't going our way in the first 20-25 minutes, just stick to, you know, what we're good at and a game plan, and like I say, hopefully it'll come out on top.
Just finally, a point on Ryan Williams. I'm sat next to you now, Ryan, and with great respect, you've not got the longest legs in the world, but how are they feeling in the minute? We're getting to the back. Well, it's early March now. How are their legs bearing up?
Yeah, fine. Like I say, I feel fine. I don't mind. Like I say, I love playing, so it's not a problem to me. You know, keeping on top of things, so I'll never complain about being tired. Like I say, I just can't wait for Saturday now, and like I say, hopefully come away with 3 points.
But from your point of view, you've always got the knowledge you've got to take more steps than someone like Kyle Perry, I imagine.
Yeah, always. Like I say, it's you don't get any easier when you're chasing big long legs like Kyle as well, especially in training when you run after him. So yeah, they're not getting any younger either, these legs, so it's nice to just try and keep up with them for now.
Best of luck.
Cheers.
Gary, I want to go back a couple of games actually and talk about your goal at Hayes and Yeading. Yep. Something the boys must keep reminding you of. It's not very often you get on the score sheet, is it?
No, not very often at all. I think that's probably my one for the season now. But yeah, it was only a yard out, but I'll take that.
What's the most you scored in the season?
I think the most I've scored was just 2, I think. So yeah, if I can get maybe another couple this season, then I'll beat my record. But yeah, I'm happy with 1 so far.
Something to aim for. You'd have given anything, I imagine, to have got on the end of something on Tuesday night and turned what was a good point into a fantastic 3 points.
Yeah, I think it was a decent team performance on Tuesday. But yeah, it was just a shame we couldn't turn 1 point into 3. I think that we were the better side, and it's just a shame nothing quite dropped for us in the box. I think we'll take a point, but yeah, 3 points would have been massive for us, especially against Luton, who are obviously up there as well with us.
Louis Briscoe on Tuesday in front of you ran rings round his opposite man on Tuesday night. What's it like playing behind him?
Yeah, I think he's obviously had a little spell out of the team just lately, but he's been looking sharp in training, and I think it's probably the right time for the gaffer to put him back in. And yeah, he showed that he's a good player, and I just give him the ball as much as I can, and mainly just back him up, and just let him know that I'm there if he needs me. But yeah, he played well on Tuesday, and hopefully he'll do that again Saturday.
We've talked about going forward already in this interview. Looking at the defence though, I believe that was your first clean sheet in something like 8 games. Very pleasing to get a clean sheet and nil what at times was a very good Luton attack.
Yeah, obviously Luton are a decent side. They've got some good strikers and good forward players. But I think we look very solid on Tuesday night in defence, and obviously it's something we've been looking to improve. We haven't really kept enough clean sheets lately. So yeah, I'm sure the gaffer will be happy with that, and hopefully we can do that again Saturday afternoon.
Strikers talk about taking confidence from scoring goals. Defenders take confidence from keeping clean sheets?
Yeah, of course. It's always good to get the better of your opponents, and I think if yeah, you can get a little run of getting like 2 or 3 clean sheets together, obviously it's going to help the team, and hopefully the strikers can get a few goals and push us up the league a bit.
And it's a simple equation, isn't it? The more clean sheets you keep, the fewer games you're going to lose.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what every defence prides himself on, and obviously Mazza as well wants to keep the ball out of the net, and yeah, if we can do that more often than not, then we'll be going the right way.
Let's come on to, well, before we do actually come on to Salisbury, a word on Luke Jones inside. It was great to see him back, however briefly it was, unfortunately, but a big loss at the heart of that defence, isn't it? Especially with an ankle injury that looks like it'll keep him out for quite a few weeks. Yeah,
I don't think they know too much what it is just yet. I think they're still waiting for the swelling to go down. But yeah, it was a big shame for him to go off like that, and obviously we all wish him well. I think Michael Brough come in and done a really good job, so I'm not sure who will start Saturday, whether it be Broughy or Scotty Garner. It'll be a decision for the gaffer to make. But yeah, we've got plenty of competition in that area. But yeah, like you say, it's a shame for Jonah, and he's had a great season so far, I think. But I'm sure he'll bounce back.
We'll come on to Salisbury now. Your thoughts on them first of all?
I think they've had a decent run just lately. So obviously, it's the same as any game in this league. It's going to be a hard game, especially no one comes to Field Mill, just lies down. So, but I think it's a game that we're more than capable of winning, and I think it's a game we've got to win really if we're going to look seriously for a playoff place.
David Holsworth has hinted that he imagines they will come to Field Mill with the intention of setting with 5 at the back and 3 in midfield. From your point of view, what opportunities I imagine that gives you? Because with only 3 in the midfield, they're not going to come with wide men. It gives you maybe an opportunity to do what you like to do, or what I think you like to do, which is attack. Because when I've seen you play this year, you're not shy about coming forward, are you?
No, that's a part of the game that I do enjoy. I do like getting forward. But yeah, obviously if they're only playing through midfield, it will leave me and Nico as the outballs. So yeah, hopefully we'll get quite a lot of the ball on Saturday, and we can get forward and make an impression in the game.